Hello everyone, myself Dr. Rajendra Balasaheb Kakade, Assistant Professor at Department of Botany, Swami Vivekananda Senior College, Mantha, District Jalna. Welcome to my YouTube channel Raj Botany. Today I will talk on ribonucleic acid, that is RNA. RNA is a ribonucleic acid that contains the ribose sugar, but in DNA, deoxyribose sugar is there. It is, or RNA is compared as a reference group. Why? Because it copies the information from the DNA. That's why RNA is compared as a reference group. It is found in lesser amount into the nucleus and large amount into the cytoplasm. In the nucleus, nucleolus is there, and into the nucleolus, rRNA gets synthesized, and in the nucleus, mRNA gets synthesized. But more amount of whole RNA is found into the cell cytoplasm. RNA is a single stranded. Here we can see in picture RNA is a single stranded, and this RNA is formed from several units. That units are called as ribonucleotides, and these ribonucleotides are formed from phosphate, ribose sugar, and nitrogen bases. Adjacent ribonucleotides are chemically attached to one another by a chain via chemical bond. That chemical bond is called as phosphodiester bond. These are the adjacent nucleotide: phosphate group, ribose sugar, and nitrogen base. Phosphate group, ribose sugar, and nitrogen base. These are the nucleotides 1, 2, 3, and 4. Adjacent nucleotides are joined with each other by a bond, chemical bond. That bond is called as phosphodiester bond, and this bond is formed by on between the third carbon atom of the first ribose sugar. Here we can see there is a third carbon atom, and the fifth carbon atom of the second ribose sugar. Here is again one phosphate bond. Here is second phosphate bond, means two phosphate or two ester bonds are get formed due to the phosphate group. That's why the bond named as phosphodiester bond. RNA contains ribose sugar. We have seen RNA contains the ribose sugar, but DNA contains the deoxyribose sugar. Here we can see this is deoxyribose sugar which is present into the DNA, and here is a ribose sugar present into the RNA. Here we can see the difference. At the second carbon atom of the ribose sugar, hydroxyl group is there, and at the second carbon atom of the deoxyribose sugar, only hydrogen is there, oxygen is lacking. Hence the name deoxyribose, which is present in DNA, ribose sugar present in the RNA. Nitrogen bases are of two types, purines and pyrimidines. In terms of the nitrogen bases, there is a difference. Adenine, guanine, cytosine are the common nitrogen bases which are present in DNA as well as RNA. But in RNA, instead of thymine, uracil is there. Okay, this is a main difference between DNA and RNA. RNA is single stranded, DNA is double stranded. In DNA, thymine is there, adenine, guanine, cytosine, thymine is there, and in RNA, adenine, guanine, cytosine, and uracil is there. But in case of RNA, purines and pyrimidines are not present in equal amount. It does not follow the Chargaff's rule. RNA is synthesized from the DNA by enzyme called as RNA polymerase, and the process is called as transcription. Inside the nucleus, this is the nucleus. If we compare this screen as a cell cytoplasm, and this is a nucleus. Inside the nucleus, from DNA, RNA gets synthesized. That process termed as transcription. After having the transcription, mRNA come out from the nucleus, from the nuclear pore into the cytoplasm, and into the cytoplasm, this mRNA goes further, and on that mRNA, ribosome as well as tRNA get attached and protein synthesis phenomenon goes on. Before this mRNA come out from the nucleus, processing is there, capping, tagging, such processing is there, and after having the processed mRNA, mature RNA come out from the nucleus. This is a process of protein synthesis. In short, mRNA. There are three types of the rRNA. First one is mRNA, that is messenger RNA. Why? Because it carries the message from the DNA by process called transcription. And this term mRNA first of all coined by scientists Jacob and Monod in 1961. We have seen from DNA, mRNA get produced by a process called transcription that happens into the nucleus. Then hybrid mRNA inside the nucleus is called as heterogeneous nuclear RNA. Why? Because there is still process, there should be processing is there. What is that processing? Capping, splicing, and in splicing process, introns are removed. Introns are the non-coding sequences. In capping, polyadenylation is there, addition of hydroxyl group is there. Such processing is there, and after having the processing, now that mRNA is called as mature mRNA, and that mature mRNA is ready to come into the cytoplasm through the nuclear pore. Here it is. It is a processed into the nucleus and transferred into the cytoplasm from the nuclear membrane through a nuclear pore. It is the longest RNA. When we compare the three RNAs, mRNA, rRNA, and tRNA, out of that, mRNA is the longest RNA. This is called as messenger RNA because it carries information for protein synthesis from where it carries genetic information from DNA to the cytoplasm, and by the reading of this coding language by the process called translation, protein gets synthesized with the help of ribosome, and whole process is occur, that is translation get occurred into the cell cytoplasm. Total cellular RNA, mRNA share 3 to 5%. Let's see the structure of mRNA. mRNA is a simple molecule having the linear structure without any fold. Here we can see linear structure, no any fold. Molecular weight is 5 lakh Dalton. Most of the mRNA contain 900 to 15,000 nucleotides. In mRNA, 900 to 15,000 nucleotides are present. mRNA also has 3' to 5' end. On mRNA, nucleotides are arranged in a group of 3 forming a codon. The 3 nucleotides group 1, 2, 3. This is called as one codon. Again 1, 2, 3. This is called as one codon. Lastly 1, 2, 3 UAA. This is called as one codon. Means coding language is present onto the mRNA. That's why it is termed as triplet codon. Codons on mRNA are called as genetic code or mRNA language or cryptogram. The coding language which are present onto the mRNA, that coding language is called as genetic code because it carries from the DNA into the cytoplasm by process transcription. That's why the codons present on the mRNA are called as genetic code, that mRNA language or cryptogram. At the 5' end of mRNA, AUG codon is present. AUG codon is present, which is called as start codon or initiation codon. It is called as start codon or initiation codon. Why? Because it starts the protein synthesis. At this point or at this 5' end or at the start codon, tRNA get attached and protein synthesis gets started or initiated. Hence it is termed as start codon or initiation codon. On the conversely, at the 3' end, mRNA, at the 3' end of the mRNA, UAA, UAG, UGA, UAA, UAG and UGA are present, and these codons are termed as stop codon or termination codon because these are the nonsense codon. This does not code any protein. Hence, these are termed as nonsense codons, and at this codons, protein synthesis gets stopped, protein synthesis get terminated. Hence, these codons are called as termination codon or start codon. Let's see the function of mRNA. During the process of protein synthesis, mRNA performs the function of transcription. We have discussed this in detail. After transcription, mRNA comes into the cytoplasm and moves to the ribosome. Hence, it carries information of genetic material from nucleus to the cytoplasm. After having synthesis of mRNA from DNA through the nuclear pore, their mRNA come into the cytoplasm. And further process, that is translation, get happen. Each codon on mRNA specifies a particular amino acid. So let's say the example AUG. AUG codon specifies amino acid called methionine or F-methionine. Then GGG, this codon specifies amino acid called glycine of F-glycine, G-glycine. The termination codon do not specify any protein. Hence, they are called as nonsense codons. Nonsense codon terminate the protein chain synthesis. Let's see the RNA, the second rRNA, second type of RNA, that is rRNA, ribosomal RNA. R stand for ribosomal RNA. Ribosomal RNA is a ribonucleic acid present in the ribosome. Hence, it is called as ribosomal RNA. It is also called as insoluble RNA because it does not soluble into the cytoplasm. RNA is a single stranded RNA. Here we can see it is a single stranded RNA, but only at a specific or folded region complementary base pairing can be seen. Here we can see the base pairing between the this nitrogen bases, guanine pair with the cytosine, then uracil pair with the adenine with the help of hydrogen bonds. It is found by many nucleotides. Yes, it is also found by many nucleotides. RNA remains permanently attached to the ribosome. rRNA forms 80% of the total cellular RNA. rRNA's molecular weight is 40,000 to 1 lakh Daltons. The rRNA are classified into 7 types. Which are those 7 types? 20S, 23S, 18S, 16S, 5.8S, 5.5S, and 5S. These are the 7 types of rRNA or 7 classes of the rRNA. Let's see the function of the rRNA. During the process of protein synthesis, rRNA gives binding site to the mRNA because rRNA synthesizes the ribosome. A ribosome consists of the 2 subunits, large subunit and small subunit, and between large subunit and small subunit, both subunits hold the mRNA, and that mRNA are properly oriented, and on that mRNA tRNA get attached. This is the main role of rRNA, that RNA give the binding site to the mRNA. It gives the proper orientation to the mRNA molecule so as to read the codons on mRNA properly. Yes. It also releases tRNA after the transfer of activated amino acid. These are the 3 main functions of the rRNA. Let's see the last RNA, that is tRNA, or transfer RNA. tRNA is a single stranded molecule which shows the regular pattern of folding. It forms 10 to 20% of the total cellular RNA. Molecular weight of tRNA is 23,000 to 30,000 Daltons. The tRNA has 4 major regions. Very important point. 4 major regions tRNA show: enzyme site, carrier site, anticodon site, and ribosome site. The activated amino acid is attached to carrier site, which is located at the 1 terminal end, that is 3' end. Means at the 3' end of the tRNA, activated amino acid is present, and at 5' end of the tRNA, hydroxyl group is present or hydroxyl group is attached. It is a more stable RNA. It contains high amount of guanine and cytosine base pairing. Due to different types of folding, tRNA is divided into Hugland's hairpin pattern or Hugland's hairpin model and Holly's cloverleaf pattern. Let's see in detail both the model or both pattern with figure. Firstly, hairpin model of tRNA, it looks like a hairpin. tRNA molecule is folded in such a way that there is a one loop having a triplet or unpaired bases called anticodon. This is a folding of this tRNA or hairpin model. At this loop region, it shows the unpaired the anticodon, and these anticodons get attached to the codons which are present on the mRNA during the process of protein synthesis. And as we discussed earlier, at the 5' end of this hairpin model of tRNA, guanine is there, and at 3' end, CCA end, guanine is that hydroxyl group is there. Then let's see the cloverleaf model of the tRNA. There is a cloverleaf model, the plant called as a clover, and the leaf of that plant or this tRNA is look like the arrangement of that leaf. That's why this model is termed as cloverleaf model. This model shows three arms. DHU arm, the loop is shown by D loop. Then middle arm, this is a middle arm, and T5C arm. This is a T5C arm. We show the T loop. Here is a T loop. These loops are called as amino acid. This is amino acid binding loop, anticodon loop. There is an anticodon loop and ribosomal binding loop. At the anticodon loop, 3 nucleotides are present. Here is a 1, 2, and 3 nucleotides are present, and these nucleotides are unpaired. They are still to be paired. When it get paired? During the protein synthesis. These anticodons are complementary to the codon present on mRNA. As like hairpin model, cloverleaf model also show G nucleotide at 5' end. Here is a 5' end of this cloverleaf model tRNA, and we can see here guanine is there. Guanine is present at the 5' end, and at the 3' end, which is also called as CCA end, hydroxyl group is present. And ester bond is formed between the tRNA and its specific amino acid to form amino acid tRNA during the protein synthesis. tRNA is also called as sRNA because it is soluble into the cytoplasm because it cannot be separated out by the ultracentrifugation. tRNA cannot be separated out by the ultracentrifugation. The remaining two RNA, mRNA and rRNA can be separated out by the ultracentrifugation since they are insoluble into the cytoplasm. But this tRNA is soluble into the cytoplasm, hence it cannot be separated out by the ultracentrifugation. Let's see the function of tRNA. tRNA carries specific amino acid to the ribosome during the protein synthesis. Yes, at its CCA ends, amino acid is there, and that CCA end or 3' end carries the amino acid for the protein synthesis. At CCA end, tRNA carries amino acid. Okay, tRNA arranges the amino acid sequences properly in the polypeptide chain. It's due to presence of this tRNA that tRNA properly arrange the polypeptide chain during the protein synthesis. In translation process, tRNA translates the codon present on the mRNA into the amino acid because at the anticodon end, anticodons are bind to the codons present on the mRNA, and with respect to that, amino acids, number of amino acids are attached with each other by the successive addition and removal of the tRNA. This is the process of protein synthesis. If you like this video, please hit the like button. Please do share this video, and please do not forget to forget bell icon. Thank you very much.